What's cracking, y'all? Today it's Kurt the Car Guy coming back at you again, and I got kind of a special video for you guys today. So I normally like to do car and engine stuff on my channels, as you've seen with some of my previous videos. And today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do a headlight or a daytime running light replacement on my 2010 Honda Civic that I have here. So that DRL code right there, I just have the key turned on right now. The DRL stands for daytime running light on Hondas. So if you have that code pop up on your information display, that means that one of your daytime running lights has bit the dust. And that also disables your high beams, so you're definitely going to want to get that fixed if you drive through deer-infested areas like I do. Because you get a Bambi running out in front of your car late at night, you definitely want to be able to see him, so that's definitely a good thing. Now these are the bulbs I'm going to be using to replace my bad ones here. These are a 9005. And your daytime running lights on this particular model are going to be this little guy right down here. And then they're going to have these blue two-prong plugs on them. So those are going to be the ones that you're looking for. And it's a pretty simple job, honestly. The right side one you can get to without any trouble. You don't have to remove anything. But the left side one, on the other hand, you will have to remove your battery. It takes 10mm to get the battery hold down off, and then also 10mm for the actual battery terminal. And then especially if you have a Honda, before you do this job, make sure you have your radio code for your radio, the anti-theft code, because with these Hondas, they have a special feature built into the radios to where if you remove power from them or they attempt to get stolen or things like that, you will need to enter that code. So make sure you have your VIN. If you don't have your radio code, you can call your local dealer with your VIN number. That's your little number up on the dash up here. You can give them that VIN number and they can give you the radio code for it. So not really a big deal if you don't have it. Just make sure you have that code on hand. Me, I already have it wrote down in my owner's manual from the previous owner. So not a big deal there. So let's get to work. And one more little tip for you guys too. I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but this is something I've always gotten in the habit of doing from my own personal experience. Remove the negative battery cable first, and that way you don't have to worry about a bunch of sparks or anything like that. You remove the ground and there's no sparks, nothing like that. Being I did have the key on, some of the modules are still awake. So that way you just deal with less sparks, less hazards, and then when you go to remove the positive, you don't risk touching anything metal and grounding things out and then getting a nice little shock to yourself. So another helpful tip right there. Alright, so I just went ahead and just removed the whole battery with the cover and the lower tray, because that just makes your life a whole lot easier in this situation. And I also took the coolant overflow bottle. I didn't disconnect it from the top of the radiator, and it's only held in this little slip mount right here, so you can just literally pull it right up and out of the way. Super easy to install, no fasteners then either. And then you can get to your left side one, which is actually the main offender in my place. The left side one is burnt out. The right side one is still okay, but I'm just replacing both of them just to get it out of my hair. Or should I say, what hair I have left. Alright, so I've removed the two daytime running lights, and I got them sitting right over here on the ground, so let me show you them real quick. So, not sure how well this is going to pick up on camera here, but see how that one's blue? And then this one, focus, is clear. And you can see that the filaments are slightly different in that case, but I have the same bulbs that are actually, these ones are Wagner's, and then this one over here is a Napa one. But I'm going to be with Sylvania 9005s. They're a little bit of a cheaper model. Mine were only about 14 bucks a piece. You can put whatever ones you want in as long as they are the right size. And one other little tip for you, when you're going to remove your battery hold downs, these little J clips right here, you do not have to take the nut all the way off. These J hooks simply just go down and hook in to the battery tray just like that. So you can just back off the nut just enough, and then you can slide the whole battery mount right off. Makes things a lot easier. And all the hardware that I'm removing is 10 millimeter. So if you have a 10 millimeter, use that. Unfortunately, I lost my 10 millimeter, so I have to use the old any size grips today. But luckily, they work just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these new lights slammed in, and I'll show you the new ones slammed in. All right, so I just got done putting the new bulbs in. Doesn't take very much. They're just a simple quarter turn to get them in and out, quarter turn to the left to get them out, quarter turn to the right to get them out, or get them back in. And one other little crucial fact I want to share with you guys. When you go to install your new bulbs, these are the boxes from them right here. Do not touch the glass, only touch the plastic when you go to install them, because otherwise the oils from your fingers can actually make them burn out prematurely, or they can just fail right as soon as you give them power. So one other little crucial tip for you guys too.